Excuse me, this is for the ladies out there. Ladies, I'm going to let you in on a little secret that a lot of guys, excuse me, may or may not tell you. But here's how it works. You know, in my previous vids, how I talk about most guys who are serious about a relationship with a woman. Yeah, we're worried about your body counts. Uh huh. Because you women, see, a guy, in my younger days, not so much now, I could go out, bang a woman, not even know her fucking name, get her off, get me off, and it was like, yeah, it was to a certain extent shallow, wasn't fulfilling, very animalistic. I didn't give a shit about her body count. Why? As long as she didn't have an STD, I wasn't getting serious with her. So it didn't matter. And in my day back then, we didn't really have hookup culture. No, didn't exist. Well, we did have hookup culture, but it was a very small percentage of women that were involved in that. And it was usually just a one night stand where you'd meet some chick at a party or bar or something and never see her again. We didn't have the type of hookup culture where you have your situationships where, you know, which are really stupid, where you have two people just meeting for sex. They don't have much else in common. They don't go out. They don't do anything. All they do is fuck. I mean, shit. Any chick that does that is like a prostitute. She's worse than a prostitute. At least a prostitute gets paid for doing that shit. So either way, you're a whore if you're engaged in that activity. And why would a guy like me cut you fucking slack on that? It shows lots of things. Poor judgment, poor discernment, a mentality that doesn't think beyond their nose, doesn't think about the future. And the bottom line is, these women, it's a catch-22. If a woman can go out and hook up and fuck a lot of dudes, she's almost like a guy. So she's not going to be a very emotional woman, might not even be a very loving woman. And she's not going to equate sex with love. She's just going to equate sex with getting her vajayjay off. These are the worst type of beings. They're great for fucking, but they don't want to date or marry these women. Not that anybody's getting married nowadays anyway. So ladies, we can even expound upon that to this point. Let's say you have a high body count. Okay? That is enough to deter me possibly from getting in a serious relationship with you. And I can tell body counts on women. I got a general idea, especially if they've been married, not married. If a woman's over 40 or 50, never been married, I mean, she's had lots of boyfriends, I mean, she's had flings. So let me explain the problem with that, ladies. Let's say I met a woman as an acquaintance or friend or somewhere work. If I don't work, but bottom line is, what happens is, if I show an interest in a woman right away, and I ask her to go out, just something casual, grab some lunch, coffee, whatever, nothing serious, just to get to know her. And if for some reason, now obviously I'm wanting to get to know her as more than just a friend, but if I want to get to know her and to have a relationship with her, let's say a romantic, loving relationship with her, ladies, listen up, and this applies to most guys too, and this goes even way beyond my issue with body counts, which is definitely a big pet peeve of mine. Let me explain this. Let's say I know a woman hypothetically, and this has happened to me a few times. You know, not a lot, but let's say I ask her out and she, you know, says no. I'm not going to say she rejects me because I don't view it as being rejected. I view it as her loss, my gain. See, when I ask a woman out and she says no to me, uh, I don't view it as rejection. I almost praise the woman because I'm thinking if she says no, at least I know she's not interested in me. I can move on, and she's not going to use me for anything, money, attention, or whatever. So, ladies, we actually appreciate you, ladies, that tell us right up front you don't want anything to do with us. But let me explain a little further what happens when I ask a lady out, or I ask a woman out, and most men operate just like I do. Let's say the lady says no. Mm-hmm. Let's say she's an acquaintance of yours. Maybe you work with her, maybe you know her through some, church, synagogue, or just some type of community you're involved with her in. Bottom line is, we ask you out and you say no. And if you're single, well, obviously, if you're seeing somebody, you're going to say no. But let's say you're single and you say no to us. Fine. But then if we find out that you're seeing another guy after saying no to us, and you're going out with that guy and fucking him and doing everything with him that we want to do with you, but the relationship with him only lasts 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, no more than a year, let's say. Okay? In the meantime, maybe we're communicating, depending if we have to work together or something. Or maybe, guys like me, if I find out you've turned me down and you're dating some other dude, I don't want anything to do with you. So where is this all leading to? This is what it leads to. After you have dumped this dude, or he's dumped you, and I'm assuming it's the woman that's dumping the guy, in most cases. And then you want to come back to me and possibly go out with me again because, for whatever reason, maybe you've got a higher interest level now that you were with a complete asshole and you want to be with the guy who's not. Or maybe you just had a change of heart. Who knows? And we could even throw in another factor. What if there was 1 or 2 guys you dated and dumped them after a few months and then decided you want to go out with me? What do you think I'm going to say, ladies? What the fuck do you think I'm going to say? No. Because by then, you don't get second or chances like that. In other words, ladies, if you've turned me down for some other dude and he completes and he fucks you, I don't care if he fucks you or not, but I'm assuming he is, and it doesn't work out, which in most cases it won't. You know the old saying, you're not his, you're just his turn. So ladies, we know how you operate. The bottom line is this is to Terry Joe Jr. this vid. What I'm saying is, ladies, I might believe in forgiveness and retribution and redemption. But guess what? I got a lot of self-respect for myself. And if you're going to sit there and reject my ass, and then go off and fuck one or two other dudes, and then a year or two later come back and want to get together with me. I don't care if you promise to come over, get undressed, and fuck my ass for 2 days straight. I'm probably gonna say no. Literally. I'm probably gonna say. In other words, you've already turned me down. You went out with two assholes and it didn't work out. So why would I give you the fucking privilege of being with me and having it work out with me after you turned my ass down? Maybe once, maybe even twice. It doesn't work that way, ladies. It might work that way for guys like Hormaxer, Greg Lurick, the real desperate simps. Guys like that. Master Yoda, even he would fucking rather pay for it. So ladies, if you pull that game with us, with me, I'm forewarning you, women. See, ladies, it's bad enough if I meet you and I find out you have a high body count and you want to go out with me. But when I find out you have a high body count and you don't want to go out with me and you want to go out with a couple other assholes, even one, and then that doesn't work out and you want to come back and make amends with me, you know, at that point, whatever feelings I might have had for you probably flew right out the window, and I wouldn't even give you the pleasure of my big fucking penis, or getting off, or getting your clit hard, or your vajayjay just squirt like a water fountain. Because it's just, what's the term they use? You cannot unseen what you have seen. You cannot unlearn what you have learned. Right, Romeo? He's sitting here right now. He agrees with me. Now, see my little cat, Romeo? He's loyal. But you think Romeo's going to go run off, out of here, find some other home to live in, and then come back to me? He ain't going anywhere. He knows he's got it good. But you stupid women out there that bypass guys like me, thinking the grass is greener, guess what? When it turns out to be brown as shit and full of weeds, why would I take your rear end back? Why would I want to give you multiple orgasms after you rejected me? We're with some one or two other simps who couldn't even give you an orgasm with their finger, tongue, or dick, and now you want my big schlong to insert in your vajayjay so that you can squirt like a water fountain? Believe me, there's not a chick in the world that I cannot give an orgasm to one way or another. I don't understand this concept, like women have trouble having orgasms with men. I can give any woman an orgasm. Seriously, I don't think. Wait, I've never had a problem giving a woman an orgasm with some part of my body. So, ladies, you have been forewarned.